Yeah, I didn't got any response. Yes or no? Yes or no? Am I audible? POC, is
Yes,
it
sir.
fine?
You are audible.
Yeah. Okay. Can you make me host? I think I won't be able to share my screen.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Meanwhile, okay, I'll introduce then. Is it done?
Yeah, sir, you can continue.
Okay. So yeah. So hi everyone. My name is Miraz Alam Ansari. I am a civil engineer by profession and currently working as a BIM engineer and specialist at Sweco. And apart from that, I'm also a BIM educator and a software instructor. I help students and early professionals to start their career in BIM. So I welcome you everyone in this particular session of building information modeling. As you might have I'm not very sure about this, but you might have attended other webinars or other seminars of this particular Protrainy. So in this particular session, we are going to talk about BIM, and this is one of the leading technology, leading process that is there in the AEC industry. So we'll be talking about this from very scratch, that whosoever is starting from very first day itself, they will be able to get all these things. So what we are going to talk about today is basically BIM. We are going to learn from very basic, that what exactly BIM is, where it is going to be used, and why it should be used, why you should learn, how you should learn basically. So as a student, as a beginner, you should be getting all these things. So basically we are, I guess all global students are our audience for today, and early professionals as well. So they will be able to understand things in a very better way, very broad way, that what exactly is it, whether they are a student, whether they are early professionals. So they will be able to understand in a very better way. Right. So as this is my general agenda, that I take question at the end of this session, so that the session should not be conflicted in between. The session should not, the student should be able to get things in a very continued way. So I will take all those questions of you at the end of this particular session, but you should write down, or you should, basically remember your question, whatever comes in your mind whenever taking when you are taking all this particular session, right? So we'll take all those questions at the end of this session. We'll take 10-15 minutes to take question, and I'll answer all those questions as per my experiences and as per my knowledge in this particular field. So yeah, let's start it basically. So AEC, I'm going to use this particular term a lot in this particular webinar. So what is AEC? AEC is abbreviation. It is called Architecture, Engineering, and Construction. So I might be using AEC a lot of times. So you can directly just understand that AEC means Architecture, Engineering, and Construction. So whenever we are talking about BIM, whenever we are talking about the overall process of BIM, we are not only talking about construction only. We are talking about architecture, engineering, and construction. There are different disciplines are there. So we are talking about all those things, right? So okay, uh, you might be knowing that everything is getting digital day by day. Things are getting digital. So we also need to evolve that whatever we are doing in the construction, whatever we are doing in the overall industry of civil engineering, that is also getting digitalized day by day. So in the next 5 to 10 years, everything is going to be digital globally. I'm not talking about a country. I'm not talking about a region. I'm talking about the overall world basically. So as technology is basically enhancing its extent basically, so the digitalization is also increasing. So in civil engineering industry and the AEC industry is also, it is increasing. So we need to evolve basically, right? So I would request everyone to please mute yourself, because it might uh, disturb us. So yeah, thank you. So because this is a time of COVID, that in 2019 last, then 2020, then 21, and now it is 22. So basically in last year 2021, BIM is one of the best career opportunities that people were looking for, because this was something that people can do their work at their home as well. So let's take my example, as I am also working from home, and since last 1.5 years, you can say something like that. So I don't have to go to the office. I don't have to go to the field basically. So I can be at my home and I can work comfortably and I can give the best results as well. So basically, BIM has been on the top results, so you can just directly get that what are the different scope and what are the different advantage that you can get from BIM. Right. So similarly, I think in 2022 as well, it might continue, and hopefully the COVID will end this year. So yeah, here is the thing that is very important when you are talking about BIM or whenever you're talking about the overall industry. So there's a problem basically. So what happens? So let's understand with this particular illustration that don't just focus on the word, just focus on the illustration. I'll explain in a is it understood? Like whatever I'm explaining, is it understood? My speech, my language, is it understood to everyone? Is it fine? Can I get any response? Okay, I think I'm not getting any response, but I think it's fine then. Okay, so basically there are different professions are there. That is, uh, guys, can you please mute yourself? I think POC, can you take care of that?
Yeah,
Okay,
already.
yeah. So okay, so there are different disciplines are there. For example, first is the marketing, then design, then production engineering, then manufacturing, and the final deliverables. So firstly, the client came to the marketing team and they told that I wanted to have something like a very giant big truck to get manufactured or to get developed basically. So he approached to the marketing team, and the marketing team shared the idea to the design team. The design team made something else and uh, basically forwarded it to the production engineering team. Then the production engineering team created some plans, section elevation and all, and they shared with the manufacturing team. So basically, if you notice that they between two different professionals, there is a single wall. So that is a barrier basically. Similarly, it happens in our industry as well, that people just do their work and they share with other people without collaborating with each other, that whatever they have done, is it right or wrong, right? So at the end of the result, for example, this particular thing, there is someone is just accessing the screen, they're writing something. Can you please take care of that? Please don't do that, right? So it might disturb the class. Okay, so and maybe what was the thing that was expecting the client was expecting something a very giant and big truck, but at the end of the process, what he got a very small car or pickup, you can call it, right? So what was the expectation and what was the end result? There is a big difference in that. So to create that particular truck again and again in a very giant and big manner, the client have to pay again. He have to do the rework. The people have to do rework, right? So at the end, what is happening? There is a lot of more cost is getting included in that particular thing. So at the end, what is happening? There is a more time which is expending. There is more cost which is comes under the expenditure. There is more man work, more manpower, right? So at the end, the budget is basically increasing. So similarly, it happens in our industry as well, in AEC industry, that is called architecture, engineering, construction industry. So firstly, there is a dream that comes up. A project starts with a dream basically, or a requirement. So basically, the dream got converted into a conceptual design by an architect in general. From the architect, it got converted in an architectural designer, or the structural engineer will create a structural drawings, and those drawings will be shared with the site engineer basically. So what happens? The site engineer basically takes those drawings and put all those things on the site, and he'll help in the construction basically. So what is happening basically? No one is interacting with each other basically. No one is collaborating with each other, so that whatever the architect have done, is that actually correct or not? whatever the structural engineer is have done, is that actually correct or not? Or basically when you do the actual construction, when you'll merge all those architectural and structural drawing, is there is any clash, is there is anything, for example there is a wall over there in the architectural drawing, and that the same place there is a commode which is being placed, there is a mechanical equipment which is being placed. So in practical way that is not possible, right? So we need to make sure that whatever drawings we have created, that should be feasible on the uh, site as well, so that we should not do the rework. If we'll do the rework, we have to have more cost involved in that particular project. So we have to make sure that whatever we have created, whatever we have designed, that should be matching, and that should be fulfilling the out results as well, right? So in our industry, this is how it works. But there is a something that is required. For example, here in this particular thing, the team and the architectural designer and the structural designer, they are not interacting with each other. So there is a concept that is called collaboration. So in BIM, that is something that has given the most priority, that collaboration between two stakeholders. What are stakeholders? Architect, structural engineer, mechanical engineer, electrical engineer. These are the people which are called stakeholders. So that has been given the most priority in BIM, that the collaboration between two different people should be there whenever we are doing BIM, right? So here it comes that now I'm using this word a lot of time, that BIM. So what exactly BIM is? Okay, so I'll show you this image. Just focus on this particular image. You will get this thing very straightforward. So what happens basically? BIM stands for Building Information Modeling. So what happens before doing the actual construction? We do a virtual construction. So what is virtual construction? So for example, there are two images here. One is on the left side and one is on the right side. The left one is the actual building which has been constructed on the site, right? And on the right side, we have a virtual building that has been constructed inside a computer environment, or you can say a virtual environment, right? So what happens before doing the actual construction? We do a virtual construction in a virtual environment, in a computer based environment, and we create the same thing. For example, the column, beams, wall, door, windows, floors, and mechanical equipments, firefighting equipments, everything we create inside a virtual environment, similarly as we are doing in the uh, real environment as well. And after creating a virtual environment, we check each and everything, that whatever we have created, that is feasible or that is possible on the site or not. If that is possible on the site, if everything is fine, there is no particular conflict or clash in between of two different elements is there, then and only we will export all those data, create drawings, create documentation, and then we will create the actual construction. We'll do the actual construction. So basically BIM is what? BIM is a process of a complete AEC industry. From here you can get it, that BIM is a process of AEC industry in which we create a 3D intelligent model. What is 3D intelligent model? A 3D model which is having a lot of information in it. We will create a 3D intelligent model. We will extract information from that, what we did here. Like we created a 3D intelligent model, we extracted information from it, and we do the actual construction here. Let me just show you from there. Just a minute. Yeah, from here I think it would be helpful. So yeah, this was the 3D intelligent model, and this one is the actual environment. So what we did, we created 3D intelligent model, we extracted information in such like quantity estimation, the drawings, the architectural drawings, structural drawing, MEP drawings, shop drawings, and as built drawing, whatever we can extract from this particular model and put on the site and do the actual construction. So this is how the overall BIM workflow works, right? Yeah. So So basically what we do basically in BIM, so BIM usage is there. So firstly what we do, we gather information, this one, we gather information from different stakeholders, the architect, structural engineer, mechanical engineer, and the firefighting peoples, plumbing peoples, piping peoples. So we basically gather information from them, the basic information from them, and after getting that information we generate a BIM model, that is building information model. So we extract, after getting the BIM model, after developing the BIM model, we analyze whether whatever we have created in a virtual environment, is that going to be feasible, is that actually possible, whatever we have done, that will not create any conflict on the real site. So if that is yes, then we will communicate means extract information in terms of sheets, in terms of drawings, in terms of quantity estimation, in terms of material specifications. So whatever we can extract from that particular model, communicate to the site, and do the actual construction and realize whatever you have created in a virtual environment, that is being there on the real environment as well. So this is the complete usage of BIM, that is called building information modeling. I hope that is clear. So once you are clear with what exactly BIM is, so again I'm telling you, BIM is not a software. BIM is a process of AEC industry in which we create a 3D intelligent model, and after creating the 3D intelligent model, we can design, we design, or we can redevelop, or we can basically develop a BIM model, and after creating the BIM model we can extract information from it and put on the site and do the actual construction, or as per the project life cycle we can use all those information, right? So now after learning, after knowing what exactly BIM is, now there is a term that is called the dimensions. So uh, you might have learned what is 3D, what is 2D. You might know what is 2D and what is 3D. So basically to define 2D and 3D, we have two things, not two things, basically one thing, that is called coordinates. So x, y, and z, there are three different coordinates that people generally know. So whenever there are two coordinates, x, y, y, z, or zx, so if these are the possibilities, these are the combinations of coordinates, if it is there, then that is called 2D. xy plane, yz plane, zx plane, so these are called 2D drawings, so basically 2D. If it is three coordinates, x, y, z, then it is called basically 3D, okay, or 3D environment. So whenever we create a BIM model, whenever it is a 3D intelligent model, that comes under 3D. Basically, this is something that I'm talking about, that is called 3D. But in BIM, there are different other dimensions as well, that is 4D, 5D, 6D, 7D, and some people also call 8D as well. But we are not covering 8D. So let's understand what is 4D, 5D, 6D, and 7D. Right? So 3D, you understood, we create a 3D intelligent model. Or what is 3D intelligent model? We have column, beam, section, and other elements, whichever we can construct over the site. So here in 4D, what happens? Just a minute. Yeah. Here in 4D, what happens? We have what we do. We create a 3D model, and after creating the 3D model, we basically associate time with it. That how much time will it take to, cast a particular column. Similarly, in 5D, what we do, how much time it will take to a cast of a column plus how much cost it will take, means 3D plus time plus cost. That is called 5D, or it is also called 4D plus cost. So basically in 4D, we extract, or we basically calculate the time which is going to be inculcated in the complete process. And in 5D, we do the cost calculations. Then we have 6D. In 6D, what it is called, that is called sustainability. So what is sustainability? You might have learned that whenever sunlight comes, or sunlights enter into a glass medium, it got traps into it, right? So what happens, if it got traps, it start increasing the temperature of that particular medium or that particular complete environment. So similarly, it happens in the high-rise building as well. So when sun or the sun rays enters into the complete building from particular glass medium, so that particular get traps in that particular building, and slowly it increases the temperature of that particular building. And later on, what is needed? We need to decrease the temperature. To decrease the temperature, what do we need? We need to have Yeah, to decrease the temperature, we need to have air conditions, and to have air condition, what we need? We need electricity. So at the end, what we are hampering? We are hampering the natural resources. So what is from the building itself? We are hampering the resources. So if we will design the building in such a manner that it should not basically, use the natural resources, so we'll end up, saving a lot of energy or natural energy. So that is something that is being, covered in this particular sustainability, or you can call it sixth dimension of BIM. Yeah. And in the 7D, we have something that is called facility management. So whenever we construct a building, there is a operation, there is a maintenance kind of stuff that is being associated with that particular building. So for example, you have constructed a building, and in that building you have, installed a lot of electrical appliances, and you have installed a lot of, mechanical appliances. So there's a lot of other things that is being associated with it, right? So for example, you have created a constructed a building. In that particular building, you have a lot of mechanical electrical appliances. They might have a warranty or guarantee, so that might end in 10 years or 15 years or 5 years. So facility management helps you to maintain, or to do operations and maintenance of the complete building. That is something that is being included in the 7D or seventh dimensions of BIM, right? So these are the different dimensions of BIM that, whenever a beginner starts, they should be knowing all these things: 3D, 4D, 5D, 6D, and 7D, right? Yeah. So here it comes. So after knowing what are the different dimensions of BIM, we should also know that as per different countries, as per different regions, there are different usage, different extent of usage of BIM is there, that is called level. So if someone is using level 0 BIM, or someone who is using no collaborations, or there is only computer aided design or drafting is being used, sorry. So if they are using these kind of thing, yeah, just a minute. Hmm. So if they are using CAD, or no collaboration is there, so at that time, that is something which is called level 0, means there is no BIM in there. If there is no BIM, that is called level 0. If someone who is creating 2D and 3D only, means 2D drawings and 3D models only, and there is a very little collaboration is there, so that is something which is called level 1. Okay. And if someone is using 4D and 5D, what is 4D and 5D? Time calculation plus cost calculation. If you are doing the time calculation and cost calculation, plus you are also creating 3D models, or you can also say that is if you're creating BIM models as well. So that is something which is called level 2. Plus there is a new concept that is called open BIM, integrated BIM. And if people are using 6D, then it is something that is called level 3 BIM. Mostly throughout the world, throughout the regions, globally, only people are using level 1 and level 2. Mostly in the Asian regions, this is level 1, and mostly in the European regions, people are using this level 2, right? And other part of the place as well, people are using level 1 only. So you can understand what are the scope of learning BIM and all, right? So level 0, level 1, level 2, and level 3. Level 3 is basically under construction, you can say, means it is still developing, but level 2 is the best that people are using these days, right? So here it comes, that why BIM, that why you should learn BIM, and why BIM should be learned, right? So these are the fact that you all are international people, that you are from other regions basically. So you can check these facts, that why you should learn BIM, that is going to help you. So you can just see that fact that the global building information modeling market in 2019 was around $5,205 million. But now in 2027, up to 2027, it might reach more than or around 15,000, or you can say 16,000 basically, million dollar. So the market is very big, and it is going to be expanded in the coming future as well. So there's a lot of scope here in this particular BIM modeling market. And in 2025, as per 2025 target as well, uh, if you use BIM, you can decrease the overall cost. As I said in the very beginning of this particular session, that there is a lot of rework which is happening, but if you use BIM, then there is no rework. That, for example, we do the virtual construction first. When it confirms that there is nothing that go wrong on the site, then and only we will do the construction, right? That's why if there is, we have already confirmed that everything go right on the site, so we will definitely end up saving our money, end up saving our time and cost, everything, right? So you can just see that everything decrease up to 50%, the overall cost, the overall gas emission, the overall time, everything decrease up to 15%, 50% basically. And other things as well. For example, Germany. In 2013, Germany was using only 37% of BIM, the degree of BIM, the usage of degree of BIM. Sorry. In 2013, Germany was using 37%, but now in 2015, they started using up to 72%. So there's a very big rise, right? And other than that as well, there are other softwares that are being associated. Sorry, I'm having cold. Sorry for that. Yeah. So there are a lot of softwares are also there, that is called Autodesk Revit, that is used 79%, that globally people are using it and loving it. This is one of the software that helps to develop building information models, right? So this is something that you can learn and basically start your career in BIM. This might help you in developing your career towards really good career choices. Okay, so we have known already that we have understood the concept of BIM, why it should be used, what exactly it is this, and the dimensions of BIM as well, right? So now here comes the main thing, that being a student, why we should choose BIM, right? Firstly, it is a white collar job, office work. So for example, if someone is civil engineer, so they will get it very easily. That being a civil engineer, sometimes we have to work on the site and there's a harsh conditions and all. But if you are someone who wants a good work-life balance plus a white collar job plus office work, everything, so you can choose it. Being a student, this is something that you can do from the very beginning. And then quality life, you have very work-life balance. You can work on the company for around 6 to 8 hours and get a very good chunk of salary as well. It's a high paying as compared to other career options available in civil engineering industry. There's a very advanced vast career options. You can do your masters. There's a very other things that you can do in BIM, masters in different domains. So it is basically increasing, and it is a very high demand and scopable uh, career choice that you can basically opt these days. And apart from that, after basically learning things and basically how to start your career in this, you can become a BIM intern. You can start from itself BIM intern, then you can be a junior BIM modeler, junior BIM engineer, BIM modeler, BIM engineer, BIM architect. There are a lot of other things that you can do. So basically, for example, if you are a project manager on a site, so it will take you around 10 years to be on that particular position. If you are just a fresher, if you're just graduating from college or a school basically, so it will take at least 8 to 10 years to become a project manager. But if you are here in the BIM industry, in the BIM domain, so if you are really putting very good efforts, so you can become a BIM manager in just 5 to 6 years. So there's a lot of things that you can do. And here are the career opportunities that you can see, that career designation, basically, I would say, to be very specific. So these are the things that would help you to know things that what you need in the next coming years, right? And apart from that, there are other specialized things as well, like facade designer, computational designer, landscape designer. AR VR specialist, 45D specialist, scan to BIM specialist. For example, I am a scan to BIM specialist. So I basically deal with redevelopment projects, laser scanned projects, point clouds. So these are the different techniques that are emerging in this particular field, and you can learn things and do really well in your career, right? So this is what is BIM and why it should be used being a student, and where it is used. Like people generally used to say that BIM is something that is going to be used for very, very big projects, but no, it's not like that. So BIM is a process, basically, as I said, that it is a process in which we create a 3D intelligent model. In that model, we extract information, put on the site, and do the actual construction or use it throughout the building life cycle for their different usage, right? So here it comes that it can be used wherever there is a use, there is construction happening, right? It is a project from medium scale to large scale. It can be used in residential projects, commercial projects, airport, harbors, dam, bridges, roads and infrastructures, redevelopment projects, and a lot. So as I said, wherever there is a construction which is happening, and it is a project from medium to large scale, so that can be used. And in the coming industry, in the coming time, the industry is also planning to use it in small scale project as well. So right, so BIM can be used in different domains, different disciplines, basically, right? So how BIM, basically, being a student, as I said, that you should learn BIM. So how to use BIM, or how to learn BIM, basically. So this is a strategy. If you will follow this strategy, you will be able to learn things in a very straightforward way, or there is no hassle in that particular thing. So these are the thing that is basic but very important. Firstly, you need to learn the construction process and life cycle. As I said, that firstly we do the virtual construction. So virtual construction is similar to a real construction only, but in a virtual environment. So you need to know the construction process first. So learn the construction process, that how the substructure works, the superstructure works, what is plinth, what are the different kind of columns that is used in the real world life, right? So you need to know the construction process first. Then learning the construction process, you should learn the softwares, that what, with the help of which you can create BIM models. And after learning the softwares professionally, you should do practice, because in AEC industry, in BIM, practice is really important. Because if you'll do some mistake in the virtual environment, it is going to be there on the real environment as well, and it will impact a lot. In the computer, you can just press delete button, it will get deleted, and it will not cost you a lot, but it will go to the site, and if you'll cast a wrong column, it will cost you a lot, right? So that is something that you need to care. That's why practice really important. Do the practice, and after doing the practice, get a job, do a job, or you can also get self-employed as well. So this is the basic strategy to learn BIM. Construction process, learn the software professionally, practice and do the internships as much as you can, and after doing the practice, you can directly get a job. So this is the basic strategy that you can follow to get into BIM, basically. And what you should learn, firstly, how to create BIM models, right? So there's a software that is building information modeling, or you can say BIM modeling software. First that, then you have BIM coordination software, in which you can check whatever you have created that is right or not. And after doing the coordination, you should know that whatever you have created, how it is going to look like on the actual site. So that is called visualization software. BIM modeling software, BIM coordination software, BIM visualization software. So three different softwares are there, right? So you should learn these three things, right? So these are the thing that you should be doing, that you should be learning if you really want to get into BIM, if you really want to learn BIM, and if you're really seeing your career in this particular thing. First explore these things, and after exploring, just learn these things, and after learning, you should do practice as much as you can. So this is the thing that you have to follow, which I just said. Learn construction process, learn softwares, practice, and do a job. So these are 4 steps that you have to follow, right? These are the software. And the last one that people generally ask, that students generally ask, and they used to ask that what are the higher learning and higher study opportunities which are there in BIM. So as I said in the very beginning, that in BIM there is a vast opportunity of learning, so you can learn a lot in BIM as well. So what is the right time to do higher studies basically in BIM? So firstly, what you can do, practice and do internship as I said, and then you should get experience for at least 1 to 3 years. What students generally used to do, say they directly get graduated from school or college and they start for their masters. So that is not a right thing. Once you will not directly get into the experience or the real world practical approach, otherwise you won't be able to get it what exactly is the usage of BIM. So firstly, do internships, then get at least 1 to 3 years of experience, and then get into a college and then learn BIM professionally, like what other things you can do to be a specialist, right? And after learning things, after getting admission, after learning things, taking a course, then you can become a specialist, right? So these are the things that are there in BIM and that are there that you should focus and that you should learn in a very better way, right? So yeah, I guess uh, these are the things that are there that you should know and learn. And yeah, I think this is the time for your question, that you can ask question, whatever question comes in your mind, whatever you have learned, or from this particular, before this particular session, or even after going through this particular session, or whatever I have told. If you have any question regarding anything in this particular session, you can ask me now, right? Now we will take all those questions. Whatever question you have, just write it down in the comment section, or you can say chat box. Just write it down there, or you can directly ask me as well. Let's take just 1 minute of time. You can write all those questions in your chat box, and then I'll take questions from them, and then directly we can start from it, right? Let me stop sharing my screen now. Yeah, yeah. Now you can ask question. Anyone is having any question regarding whatever we have discussed, they can write it down or they can ask. Okay, so now few people have asked some question. So the first question, it is being asked that my question is there any software that gather all forms of BIM as a software? Okay, so the very first thing that I'm really happy that you directly got that it is not a complete software, but it is a process in which software is being used. Okay, so um, there is not a particular software that defines the complete BIM, but in BIM, as I said, it is a collaboration that people used to come together and use different tools to create things in a very better way. For example, the very um, mostly used software is Revit. That is Revit, in which you can do structure, in which you can do architecture, in which you can also do MEPF, mechanical, electrical, plumbing, right? So the very versatile software and showstopper for BIM is Revit. You should learn Revit. And after learning Revit, there is a software for BIM coordination that is called Navisworks, second software. And the third software you can learn, I would not tell you that it is very mandatory, but for knowing the complete process, you can also learn a software that is called Enscape, right, for visualization purpose. So as a beginner, these are the things that you should be learning: Revit, Naviswork, and Escape. So these are the things that you can learn. So these are the thing, and there is not a fixed software for doing things, because it is evolving. And There are a lot of new technologies that is coming day by day. So, but these are intact. These are the market leader that you can learn and grow basically, right? And I hope this is the answer for your question. And the second question which is being asked is, please could you define what BIM is in summary? Okay, so you might have joined late, but it's fine. Okay, so BIM is what? BIM is a process of AEC industry. Process, okay, just focus process. So it is a process in which different, as I said in the very beginning, that is called project life cycle. Project life cycle is basically what? Firstly we design, firstly there is a dream. After dream we have design, which is called conceptual design. After conceptual design we have detailed design, pre-design. These are the different set of steps are there. So BIM is a process in which we create a 3D intelligent model as per the project life cycle. For example, if it is only for conceptual stage, we need only conceptual design, we will not create a very detailed model. We will only create a model in such requirement only. If it is a detailed project or if it is a detailed design project, then we will detail the complete model. So BIM is a process of AEC industry in which we create a 3D intelligent model. After creating the 3D intelligent model, we extract information like the length, width, the area, volume, room calculation, heat calculation, piping, flow, the drawings, the quantity estimation, material specifications, whatever data, whatever information is there inside the model, and we actually require it. So we extract information from the 3D intelligent model, use on the site or use on the project life cycle. For example, if it is a construction, then we will use on the construction. If it is a redevelopment, we will use in the redevelopment. If it is only for designing purpose, we will use for designing purpose. So basically it is a process of AEC industry in which we create a 3D intelligent model, extract information from it, and use on the actual site. So this is basically the summary of what exactly BIM is. Okay. Then we have, which software do you particularly use for BIM, like Revit? Yes, you just answered it, and I also answered it. Revit for BIM modeling, Navisworks for BIM coordination, and then we have something which is called Enscape for the purpose of just a minute. Navisworks for the BIM coordination and Enscape for the visualization. Yeah, just a minute. Okay. Yeah. Then we have something which is called what software do we use for the developing BIM? Yeah, developing BIM, the same. Like the best one is Revit. People also use SketchUp somewhere. Some people say that it is not a BIM software, but SketchUp is there. Then we have ArchiCAD. We have Tekla for structural modeling, and we have Revit for architecture, structure, and MEP modeling. So the best one is Revit, I would say, because I have been experiencing it. I have been using it since longer now, and I would suggest that to learn. And yeah, someone said, can you repeat the name of software? Yes, it is Autodesk Revit, then Autodesk Naviswork, then there is a software that is called Enscape, Enscape, Enscape for visualization, or you can also say rendering and all. And there is also a lot of other softwares are also there for thing, but being a beginner, I wouldn't suggest you to learn from very first day, but still you can take the name. BIM 360 is there, BIM Collab is there, then we have other cloud solutions is there, construction cloud is there. So that is not something that I would suggest for you to learn as a beginner, but for a beginner, Revit is there, Naviswork is there, and Enscape is there. So learn these three. Someone is asking, it is Autodesk Forge a BIM software and what is its relevance? I'm not very sure about Autodesk Forge, but as of now, if I have heard about it, is a online cloud platform for design, data and analytics and all. But I'm not very sure about that, what exactly Autodesk Forge does. But I have heard about it. It does some data, design data analytics and all. So yeah, this is what I would suggest. Without proper prior information, I won't tell you that what exactly is it, right? So, okay, any other question do we have? Okay, these are the questions that people have asked. Anyone else is having any question regarding whatever we have discussed, or whatever they want to ask from my side regarding how to learn or what they can learn, how basically what are the strategy which I have already explained. Is there any question? You can ask me verbally as well or in the chat as well. Okay. So yeah. So like as I said, BIM is something that is, yeah, as I said, BIM is something that is being really in trend, and it will be in trend because this is the requirement, this is the need of the AEC industry. So it will not fade up basically, right? So if you'll be learning it, it will be really beneficial for your career perspective as well as your life, work life, I would also say that, right? And basically, yeah, someone said how long the course will take. Okay, that is something that I'm going to explain you. For example, we are taking this particular Protrainy platform. Like Protrainy is providing a lot of courses these days, and since 2019 and all, like we are being into this particular uh, like industry, and we are helping other peoples and early professionals and students to learn things and get industry ready basically. So I am taking one of the course of Protrainy for BIM. It is a 6 months based BIM course, and it is completely, I would say, a complete course for a student to learn things and be employable basically. So in that thing, what we are doing, as I said, we are covering Autodesk Revit, complete Autodesk Revit. Then we have the Navis work, we have other visualization solution, we have other drawing, understanding drawings and everything, whichever experienced person should know, that is being covered in the complete course. And apart from that as well, there are different other courses as well for Revit architecture, for Revit structure, for Navis work itself, for other Primavera and other things are there, that you are going to get all these things from the Protrainy Train itself. They might share you some link, or they might share you some other contacting uh, way basically. So you will directly get in touch with the team, and they will give every possible information regarding the course available, right? And someone is saying, can you suggest better platform to learn these software? Yeah, you are on the platform, you are on the very good platform. Protrainy is helping people to learn things in a better way, and it is helping learners and other early professionals to do better and be employable. So definitely you can directly get in touch with the team, and they will definitely get back to you on this, what exactly do you need and how you can directly approach all those skill sets. Does Revit structure do structural analysis? No, we don't do structural analysis in Revit. We do structural modeling in Revit, but whatever model we create, whatever structure model we create in Revit, that can be used for structural analysis purpose in robot structural analysis. So this is different Autodesk product that is called robot structural analysis. So Revit do structure modeling, and that structure model can be used for structural analysis purpose later on in structural robot structural analysis. And what are the tools material needed for the course and their capacity? So basically tools are these only what I said. These are the software, these are the product that you should be learning. So these are the things that you needed, and a computer basically, and a good internet. That is something that is needed for a student, otherwise nothing is needed, right? So these are the things that is enough for you. And yeah, I guess these are the thing. Yeah, so these are the thing, and definitely for any question, for any query, directly you can get in touch with the team. They will definitely get back to you, and I will also try to help if anything is regarding BIM, or anything you want to ask regarding BIM. Directly you can get in touch with the team. They will definitely get back to you on this, right? So I guess yes, we are done with the questions and answer whatever we are having. And if you have any question, you can directly write it down, or else I think we are done for today, right? So you can ask question if you have any, then otherwise we will end this session. Anyone? Anyone is having any question regarding anything? How can we obtain Enscape software for free? See, in AEC industry, like every company is doing for some monetary benefit. So basically, Enscape is not a free software; it is a paid software. So you can directly get this software from Enscape website, but they also give trial as well. You can directly get trial for 15 days to, I think, 1 month for free. You can use later on. If you like the product, you can buy it. Otherwise, you can directly opt out. So this is something that you can do, but it is not a free software, right? POC, can you please give some link, anything, any possible link for the student, they can get in touch with them?
All the links will be shared in the WhatsApp group if they are in already.
Okay, they are asking, that's why I'm telling.
Yeah,
Okay,
sure.
whatever question, whatever doubt, whatever things you want to ask, you can directly ask them. I think there is a WhatsApp group is there, so you can definitely ask any query for any course or whatever you want to take as a course from Protrainy. They will definitely get in touch with you, right? So yeah, I think we are done for today, and I hope you have learned something today, and yeah, let's meet again in the future. Hopefully we'll be meeting, and until then, keep learning and be the best version of yourself. Yeah, thank you guys, thank you for being today. Bye.
Thank you everyone for joining the session. I hope that the session was knowledgeable and helpful. Thank you everyone and good night.